This is the Evil Apples quilt, and I've compared and contrasted the stories of Snow White and Adam and Eve and Central Park all on one piece. The background is the gray Redwork with the story of Snow White on it, and Adam and Eve are collaged on top of it. The stories are all about temptation, banishment, redemption, and forgiveness, and they return to Central Park. The next one is Dickory Dock, a quilt made out of all these nursery rhyme blocks. They're scanned images on damask, and the nursery rhymes are fused on top. The sashing applique is also Redwork, and I cut stencils out of the same shapes to add on to it. The center is Seesaw Marjorie Daw. This is a detail of one of the other blocks in the series. Parallax Patterns is another quilt based on a 1950s photograph from Mali. The photographer posed the family groups in wildly patterned backgrounds on clothing, and I used old quilts to supply the pattern and Redwork to break it up. Distracted Babysitters is a small quilt. It's applique-infused Redwork from many sources. The main picture was of 3 young girls on a fence, so I gave them clothes and a baby to watch and critters to play with. They get too involved with each other and the little guy makes his escape. Larry, Daryl, and Daryl. It's a small quilt also, and it's a memorial to my son-in-law's late guinea pig, Larry. Redwork had 2 pals for him, and I added beads and more Redwork borders. The same tablecloth I cut up for Dickory Dock supplied the borders and the edges. Grapes, Goats, and Geese is a triptych, 3 fabric collages with paint on canvas. For some reason, I ended up with all 3 G items, so I made a triptych. The geese were not enough geese, so I scanned some additional ones and added them on to the bottom. You can see them here at the bottom, the 3 little geese. The goat was really in bad shape. You can see the Redwork is worn away from being worn to bits on a quilt somewhere. Here's a close-up where you can see the stitching. And the grapes are a little bit better. You can see on the detail that we'll see in a second that some of the white quilting stitches are still visible in it. Apparently I didn't get those out before I applied the gel medium. Blind Tag You're It. This is more of a collage and paint. I used anaglyptic wallpaper and fabric on this. It was a dresser scarf, and I found all these little mice, and I put little sunglasses on them and added their white sticks so they can all play the game. This is Cowboy, another collage on canvas. A very small piece of Redwork is in the center, and I used it because he is exactly like my grandfather, Rattlesnake Pete. You'll see on the detail what really nice stitching is on this piece. I was very happy to find it. I think I got that at a flea market too. Attack Rabbits, another piece on canvas, paint and fabric. The original part was the 3 little girls and the fence, and I added the rest of the people and the purple sky, which kind of looked ominous to me, suggesting that danger was coming, so it had to be rabbits. Another collage called Curiouser, and it's on hand marbleized fabric. I collected all the things I could find that had any remote resemblance to things that happened in Alice in Wonderland. The Redwork parts are the flowers and the butterflies and the little bird and finally, the last slide, the Cheshire Cat. Thanks a lot.